Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I'm Tammy Fields.
And I'm Curtis McLeod. I want to go ahead and give you your top stories right now in 90 seconds.
This should have never happened. And because kids made a poor decision to be out after midnight, they shouldn't have been shot.
That was Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd speaking today about a shooting where 3 teenagers were shot early Sunday morning. The sheriff says the Osceola High School students were in the wrong place at the wrong time. The shooting happened in a parent after prom party at short-term rental in Davenport. No arrests have been made.
Orange County announced more than 310,000 people had their medical debt wiped away. This is part of the county's partnership with Undo Medical Debt. Commissioners approved a contract to eliminate over $47 million for people who live in Orange County. They used data from local hospitals, healthcare providers, and collectors to determine who would qualify for the relief.
Fire crews are monitoring 2 large wildfires this evening. This is video from Sky 13 earlier this afternoon in Marion County. This wildfire has burned about 150 acres so far. It's east of Ocala near Silver Springs State Park. The other wildfires in southern Osceola County near Alligator Lake.
All right, we need some rain and we're getting it, but we're also getting some stormy weather too. Let's get straight over to dual certified meteorologist Zach Covey for the latest.
Yeah, and Tammy and Curtis, let's take you outside first. This is our DeLandKia.com camera out there in Lake County over near Claremont. You can see the raindrops on that camera. A reminder, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Volusia and Brevard County, Seminole, Orange, and Osceola counties as well. The severe thunderstorm watch mainly due to the threat that these storms could produce some pretty large hailstones. One of the storms we're watching right now is just south of Oak Hill. Plenty of lightning and heavy downpours, but most impressively is going to be that walnut-sized hail just south of Maytown. This is headed towards I-95 near Deering Parkway, just north of Scottsmore.
All right, Zach, thank you so much. Tonight, we're learning more about an investigation into a massive crowd at a short-term rental in Polk County where shots rang out, sending 3 Osceola County high school students to the hospital.
This all happened early Sunday morning at the Azure Resort in Davenport. I'm Asiel Levis joining us live from Osceola High School tonight, where counselors were brought in to help students and to talk to them today.
Good evening, Tammy and Curtis. We know that 2 of the students were 17 years old and 1 was 18. 2 of them were grazed by bullets and 1 student also got some debris in one of their eyes. According to Sheriff Grady Judd, he says these students were caught in the crossfire and they're lucky that things were not worse. Now, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, the 3 teens were in a parked car off of Amagosa Drive in Davenport, where many students from surrounding high schools gathered to celebrate after prom. Osceola High School did not have a prom that night. Deputies first responded to a nearby gas station about a disturbance. Then around 3:30 in the morning, calls came in near the Azure Resort about an active shooter.
It was a shootout. 2 opposing groups, for whatever reason, decided to have a shootout amongst what appears to be 100 high school and very young kids. That's not acceptable. We're not accepting that. Children have the right to be safe.
They found 33 shell casings, but so far no suspects, despite 100 people being at the party.
So, Maciel, what have you learned about the victims? Is there any belief that they may be involved in all of this, the shooting that took place?
Well, Curtis, we know that Sheriff Judd says that the victims were just caught in that crossfire. They were at the wrong place at the wrong time. We also know that investigators are leaning on surveillance video to find the suspects.
The 3 high school kids that were shot had no criminal record, were not troublemakers. They were just where they shouldn't have been.
And right now, the Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. Live in Osceola County, Maciel Leiva, Spectrum News.
Thank you, Marciel. As we get updates about the victims and learn more about the investigation, we'll keep you posted on air and on the Spectrum News app. Just scan this QR code with your phone to download the app for free. We'll also send you push notifications with the latest details.
Tonight, we're learning the state attorney in Brevard County will actually seek the death penalty for the man accused of kidnapping and murdering Jesse Kirk.
She is the 72-year-old woman from Titusville. Police reported the suspect, David Barber, was in an estranged relationship with one of Kirk's family members.
Now, here's a look at the factors that the state attorney is pointing to for seeking the death penalty. The suspect was seeking financial gain, the crime was especially heinous, and the crime was committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner. Time is ticking for Americans to make sure they have a real ID.
The good news here is that if you're a Florida resident, there is a chance that you already have it, but the deadline could have some domestic air travelers scrambling to be compliant by Wednesday.
Yeah, Spectrum News 13's Jeff Allen joins us live now from Orlando International Airport. And Jeff, how can people tell if they have a real ID already or not? I know I was wondering the other day, do I have one? Do I not? I had to double check.
Well, if you have a driver's license, you can just check that license by looking at it here. And if you have that gold star at the upper right-hand corner of your license, then you are good to go. You shouldn't have any major issues, at least with this, going through security here at the airport. But if you recently moved or traveled to the state of Florida, then you might not have what you need to fly domestically.
Harriet Roberts has nearly 60 years experience booking travel.
I used to teach people how to be travel agents, and that's how I met my husband.
In all that time, a lot has changed, and this week another big change, as all U.S. travelers will now have to have a real ID to board a domestic flight. Congress passed the requirement back in 2005 as a way to step up air travel safety after 9/11 by requiring more stringent verification of passengers.
I just talked to this man a minute ago, and he said, "Oh my God, I don't have a star on my driver's license." And I said, "Oh my God, I think I know you're going to be standing in line." And he said, "I think I'll take my passport to go where he was going."
A U.S. passport is not required to travel domestically, but now, if you don't have a real ID, a passport will work instead. If you don't have either, there's no guarantee you'll get through security, or at least in time to make your flight.
You're going to get some additional screening at the checkpoint, and they're going to have to do some additional identity verification checks. So that could slow you down quite a bit.
I don't know that they're going to board them, and that's what's going to be very, very upsetting. And there's going to be a lot of screaming and gnashing of teeth and ranting and raving Wednesday at the airport.
To get your real ID, you must go to a DMV office with 3 things: a government-issued proof of your name and date of birth, like a birth certificate, passport, or other government-issued ID, your Social Security card, and 2 documents that show proof of your primary Florida address, like a utility bill or W-2 tax form. A current license that's not a real ID can't be used as a proof of residence.
Well, I'm saying to you, have you looked at your driver's license today? Do it. Because if you haven't, you need to go get in line if you don't have a passport.
I checked the Florida DMV website, and it's going to set you back about $50 plus a processing fee to get that real ID. That's what it costs. But if you consider the time that you might end up spending going through more verification here at security at the airport and potentially missing your flight, it will be well worth it. Reporting live at Orlando International Airport, Jeff Allen, Spectrum News.
All right, thanks, Jeff. And Florida has issued real IDs since 2010, but other states only began issuing them until more recently. All right, the proposed federal budget for 2026 could lead to some pretty big changes on our Space Coast.
Coming up, what the Trump administration is hoping to focus on and which NASA programs could end up on the chopping block.
But first, right now, I want to send things over to dual certified meteorologist Zach Kobe for a look at weather, Zach.
Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning now for that cell that we were talking about just 9 minutes ago. We are now confirming some golf ball size hail with this storm. More info after the break.